Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. I am about to perform a social experiment. So I just finished my late Victorian corset, and by finish I mean it is wearable. I'm still doing the flossing, but that's hand stitching, and honestly that can get done whenever. I could do that like 3 years from now and it would be fine, other than the fact that the bones might be sticking out of the boning channels, but it's wearable. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wear this corset under my street clothes just to see what happens, and how I survive and how I get along, and if anyone notices a difference, or if I notice a difference, because one of the benefits of wearing a corset is that it's supposed to provide posture support, and I've been having a lot of back and shoulder pain, so we'll see what that does for me. So I'm gonna wear this. It's Wednesday, so I'm gonna wear it to go pick up my daughter and to do stuff this evening, and then I'm going to wear it to work tomorrow and to work on Friday and see what happens. I do currently sit for most of my job because virtual school, I don't walk a lot and I don't see a whole lot of people, but we're just gonna see what happens. I will be wearing a tank top under it every day because that's a proper procedure. You're supposed to wear something under your corset. It's not supposed to go up against your skin. Yeah, but that's a separate video. So this is what I'm going with. I have just finished, we had a test, how to give state test training, and so I fixed the hem. I had stepped on the skirt and I had pulled the hem out, so I fixed that, and now I'm wearing it. There is a bit of a gap here, but it sits on the hips and you can't really tell, and it's not too long. I just tripped over my child and stepped on the hem of my dress instead of on my child. Choices we make. I can fix the hem, I can't fix the child. So I'm gonna wear this, and I'm probably gonna grab a sweater because it's really cold and it's raining. Gross. So I'm gonna get that. I will get a quick clip of the worn outfit, and then I will go pick her up and I'll check in at the end of the day. Alright, so I wanted to show you the outfit. I've got, oh, can you see that? A brown sweater that I have tucked into the skirt, and then because you can kind of see a little bit the line of the corset, which is why corset covers are a thing. I'll have to take that into consideration when I am getting dressed tomorrow. It's just the shelf, but because it's freezing cold outside, I am, well, it's not freezing. It's not actually freezing, because if it were actually freezing, then we would have freezing rain or sleet instead of just cold rain. Let me tell you, I feel like in my world there's nothing more disappointing than cold rain, 33 degrees in rain. It's just disappointing. So I'm wearing the hoodie so that I can be protected. Hooded history bounding wear is on the list of things to create, but not today. So I'm gonna go pick up the tiny human and we'll see what happens. Happy Thursday morning, friends. I have not checked in because last night was rough. Emma had trouble getting to sleep, and then had trouble staying asleep. So by the time she was asleep, at least the first time, I fell asleep in bed, honestly, to be perfectly honest. After I put her to bed, I laid in bed for a little while wearing the corset, which I am wearing right now, and just laid there, and it was fine. And I got up. It's kind of like wearing a bra. I got up and I took it off, and it was like, ah. But today I decided I only wore this skirt to go pick up Emma, so I'm wearing the same skirt, but I'm wearing it with a different sweater because the brown sweater was super itchy and I didn't wear anything long sleeve underneath it, so that was a mistake. Don't do that. This one's much softer. It's not wool, and therefore for me less itchy. It's like a really fluffy towel. So I'm wearing this sweater with the skirt and the corset. And the other thing is, I didn't realize how much I slouch when I drive. That was my other takeaway from yesterday. And so I haven't laced the corset as tightly today, so I have a little bit more slouchability, a little bit. We'll see what that does to my back. I have it laced so that it's tight enough to be supportive on top, but it's not as tight on the bottom. I only have a 36-inch waist as opposed to the 35-inch, which honestly is fine because I can tuck the sweater into the waistband of my skirt that I wear normally, and it sits still where it needs to, so it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready for work, and then I will check in when I get home. All right, so it's the end of first period, and I'm about to start second period, and I just wanted to check in. Driving was a lot better with the corset not being laced so tight today. And the one thing that I'm noticing right now is that my default posture must just be really bad because my back muscles are sore from having to hold me up in the appropriate posture position. Because the corset is preventing me from slouching, but then my actual muscles are what are holding me up. And they are way out of practice because I'm apparently a slob who slouches all the time. So here we are. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. However, it's going to probably encourage me to take this off early just because those muscles are going to need a break. Because if you work any muscle too long, it's going to need a break or you're going to risk straining it. So I will probably go home when the school day is over and change out of the corset and into the bra before I pick up the tiny human, but that has nothing to do with the corset being uncomfortable and everything to do with the fact that my back muscles are not equipped to support me in a correct posture. So there we are. All right, Friday check-in. I fell asleep last night as soon as Emma went to bed, so I didn't check in last night, but I wore the corset until Emma and I got home, and then I took it off because my back was sore from holding me in an appropriate posture. And you know, it like didn't hurt, my organs haven't moved, like it's fine. I feel fine. I'm wearing it again today. One drawback, this is not the dress I had planned to wear today. I had planned to wear my green snowflake dress that you have seen if you've watched my Christmas dress video, and it didn't fit. And there was a lot of room in the waist, but the corset actually puts more here, so the dress didn't zip up all the way. So pay attention to your modern clothes when you're wearing a corset. You can't just wear them underneath everything, apparently, because it changes your measurements. And I failed the health screening this morning, so I am working from home. I have a cough. I don't have a fever. I'm tired, but I think I just have Emma's daycare funk. So, I will obviously monitor that, but I'm working from home today, so no one's going to notice. So this is really just a, what does this do for my posture experiment? And I can take this off at any point in the day, should I choose, because I'm at home and no one's going to notice. But yeah, I'll check in throughout the day. Nobody noticed or said anything about it yesterday. Got a lot of compliments on the skirt, but nobody was like, what is underneath your clothes? Honestly, I think it's a weird question, but I'd have to wear this for a while for someone to say something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm about to go pick up the tiny human. It's the end of the day on Friday. I thought I would check in. I made it through like half the day in the corset, and then I got a migraine, so I took it off. My underlayer is another ribbed tank top, and that was super heckin' itchy. So yeah, took the corset off because the tank top was itchy, and I had a migraine, and I really just needed to lay down, and then I couldn't be bothered to put it back on, so I put on a regular bra for fourth period and to go pick up the tiny human. So Today was kind of a fail, but it had not a whole lot to do with the corset. It wasn't uncomfortable, I just itched because of the ribbing from the tank top. So lesson takeaway for today is I personally need more things to wear under a corset that are not ribbed, and you know, having a migraine, I just needed to like be as comfortable as possible. So there was basically no need for that, because I was already in enough agony with a migraine. Anyway, so I'm gonna go pick up the tiny human and we will try again tomorrow. Not that I'm going anywhere tomorrow because it's Saturday, and I fully intend on staying in my house and wrapping presents and hopefully not getting a migraine. That'd be nice. But yeah, so I am going to go do that and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning, friends. It is Saturday, December 19th, and today I am continuing to wear my corset. We're going to try again today since yesterday was an epic fail because of my migraine. And migraines and tight-fitting things just don't go together. So we're going to hopefully be better today. Yeah, so I wanted to give an outfit of the day update. I have this, we're at home, it's Saturday, I'm gonna sew, we're gonna bake Christmas cookies. I'm not gonna leave the house except to check the mail maybe, and maybe go for a walk depending on how cold it is and how energetic the tiny human is. So this is my loungewear outfit, and yes, I am wearing loungewear with a corset, but you know what, if I'm gonna be cutting and sewing, honestly, I really need the back support because, as we have learned, I'm a slob with terrible posture. So, I'm wearing this glorious new to me, new hoodie, and it has thumb holes, which are great because it's cold in here because there are two exterior walls, one wall that faces the garage, and only one wall that faces the house. And then up above us is a beautiful tray ceiling because this is supposed to be a dining room, but it's now our office because who needs a formal dining room these days? Like, who's coming over to your house to eat dinner and be fancy? Nobody. That's who. So I'm wearing this hoodie and I'm wearing pants, lounge pants, and they've got like a hole in them and it's fine. Couple of things. I put on just the hoodie over the corset, and I found that hang on, see if I can find all the layers here. The lace on the corset was itchy because the armholes on this are so big that my underarm was rubbing on the lace. So I have just it's another reason for a corset cover. I'm just using a t-shirt that has a close-fitting armscye. And then I also have a blank, and I'm not going to show it to you because it's going to require getting undressed and it's cold in here. I have a black laced tank top underneath, but it's not ribbed, so hopefully I won't be quite so itchy. And then the other thing that I wanted to show you is I have the corset pulled up over the pants, and you can see like the end of the corset is poking out here. So if I was going somewhere, 10 out of 10 would definitely wear a skirt and not pants, or I would need different pants that are looser. I'm thinking like maybe 1940s like baggy pants, the ones that are real high-waisted and then like flare out really big and look like a skirt. But the corset is not to be worn with jeans because you would have like a weird pokey bit. Yeah. So, you know, things learned. What else did I learn? Oh, yeah. The other thing that I noticed, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, is, do you see those like black fuzz bits? That's another reason for a corset cover because I was wearing a white shirt yesterday, and I'm not even sure where the black fuzz came from on the corset, but it's all over, like all over the side and on the back. And I'm like, I don't even know. There were like 4 layers between the corset and the hoodie. How did you get hoodie fuzz on the corset? So anyway, the kettle is on, it's about to boil. I'm gonna clear off my table because, whoo, buddy, there's no cutting that's happening there. This is what happens when you have like 12 projects going on at once and a toddler who won't sleep and won't allow you to work on them. So I need to clean off, like, there's my school stuff, and there's a Christmas present, and my sweater from yesterday that I wore for like 10 seconds and realized it wasn't warm enough. Yeah, so I need to clear this off. Oh, and all the Christmas wrapping stuff is there. And there's tissue paper. And trash? Yeah, that's trash. Okay. So I need to clean this off, and I need to figure out where I'm going and what I'm doing. But first, tea. Hello, it's Monday, and I realized I never filmed a wrap-up for my corset video. So I wore the corset on Saturday for about 12 hours. At lunch, I tightened it because it was getting kind of loosey-goosey because I was wearing it. I ended up tightening it so that, like, the back pieces basically met. Except for at the waist, there was a little bit of space, and at the hips there was space. But I tightened it so I had more bust support. And I ended up having a 34.5-inch waist is what I measured. It was tight, but it actually felt more comfortable that way because I had more back support. Yeah, so, and at the end of the day when I took it off, you know how like when you take your bra off at the end of the day, you just get that like, but it's not like I've been super uncomfortable. It's just that like, I no longer have this thing around me. It was that. So I didn't die, I didn't suffocate, I didn't faint. I got a migraine one day, but I am 99.9% sure that that wasn't because of the corset, because I just get migraines. Stress and the weather changing will do that to you. Yeah, and that is it. Now I need to finish flossing my corset, and I have plans to make a set of Regency short stays. So it's basically like a historic sports bra. So it comes down to just like the top of your rib cage and just does bust support. It doesn't do any kind of waist reduction. So yeah, that's the plan, and I hope you enjoyed this trip down the experimental lane with me. Have a good day, guys.